Good morning, baseball fans, and welcome to another beautiful day for baseball in Palm Springs, California. It is picture-perfect 65 degrees and sunny as the Alberta Grizzly take on MLB DC China in Game 1 of our doubleheader. I'm Brian Jenselson, joined again by Danny Maha. 2-2 versus 2-2. Those are the records between the Grizzly and MLB DC China. We've been impressed by both these teams, Danny, and we should be in for another good one.
Yeah, an exciting day 6 of the league, and both of these teams have shown that they've got guys who can really play and guys who can really have an opportunity to make it onto a independent ball team or even an affiliated ball team. And this MLB China team, we've seen quite a few of their games so far, and they look good. They look like they came to play, and they're serious about winning. So it's an exciting day. It's an exciting game to start.
Absolutely. MLB DC China, officially known as MLB Development Center China. They are here for the very first time at the California Winter League, and they are very much enjoying their welcome. They're coming off a heartbreaking loss yesterday, though. They were up 5-0 in the first inning, and then they saw that lead disappear against the Palm Springs Chill. So a quick turnaround for them as they have to wake up for this early game. Similarly, the Alberta Grizzly coming off a walk-off loss. They had an off day yesterday, but they saw a lead disappear in the last inning as well. So they will look to bounce back against DC China. This will be the lineup to do it for the Grizzly, leading off Remy Heckman, followed by Adam Green and Garrett Kalm. Carlos Pinheiro, Clayton Larange, and Gavin Stupinski take care of the middle of the order, and Kevin Consolacio, Tate Wargo, and Wenhung Wu round it out. They will be facing Linsa Chiang on the mound for DC China. He was their opening day starter. He impressed in a win for China against the Bombers, and now he's back and ready for more.
Yeah, he's shown some good stuff so far, and, he's pitched a good amount. And this China team plays really good defense, so hopefully they can do it today and give him a little cushion on the offensive side as well.
They really do play good defense. If you watch their practices, they spend so much time on their coordination, on their in and out, even going around the horn after strikeouts. It is fun to watch how coordinated they are as a team. Of course, the only team here that is a cohesive unit since they came over from the development center. So it's been a treat to watch them play. Still a couple of warm-up pitches here for Linsa Chiang on the mound for China, as the crowd starts to file in early on this Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. local Pacific time. Underneath the shadow of the San Jacinto Mountains. You might see them behind you, or as you're looking at center field on the stream. Those are in the distance, but behind us and behind home plate, they are towering over us. I wish fans could see that at home as well.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful sight. We're kind of nestled between these two mountain ranges, and just a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. Beautiful day for a ball game.
Always tends to be that way in Palm Springs. It is 10:01 a.m. Pacific local time. Remy Heckman in the batter's box to face Linsa Chiang. First pitch from Chiang is outside for ball one. Chiang wearing 58 on the mound. Stands on the third base side of the rubber. Coming straight at the right-handed hitting Heckman. High leg kick and fires. This one is lifted towards second base. High sky this morning, but no problem whatsoever for Tsung-Twan Han, out number one.
Yeah, good sequence there. And then he got him there on the breaking ball, got him in on the hands. See if he can work all the different sides of the strike zone.
Brings up Adam Green wearing number 16. And another display of the international nature of the California Winter League from Australia. Toggles his bat up near his head and fires at the first pitch, a soft grounder to second. Busy man this morning, Tsung-Twan Han makes the easy throw on to first. And just like that, 2 outs for Chiang on the mound.
Well, that's been the story in pretty much every start of the game for this DC China team. They start off good, quick inning, and then they get the bats going.
Their pitching certainly has impressed. A team ERA of 3.00. And if not for a big inning yesterday, it'd probably be a whole lot lower. As Calm attacks the first pitch, soft roller to short, collects and fires. Duoji Gunja forces Jingpeng Wei to make the split over there at first, and he did it marvelously. A 1-2-3 first inning for Lin Si-chung, and MLB DC China coming to bat in the bottom of the first.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, California. A 4-pitch inning for Lin Si-chung, retired the Grizzly 1-2-3. So now it is up to Nick Escalera on the mound for the Grizzly, a new face on the mound for them. The 2013 graduate from Riverside went to La Sierra High School there in Riverside and then played his college ball at Bethany College in Kansas. And he is another one of these faces, Danny, from the College of the Desert, helping out when teams need somebody on the mound. So he will face Wong Peng Chung, Duoji Gunja, and Zhao Luan to start off this bottom of the first. Long windup from the right side, and first pitch swinging is Wong Peng Chung. Easy pop fly to left field, and Calms underneath it for the first out.
Well, 5 pitches and 4 outs in this game already, Brian. Efficiency. Now look at the difference between these MLB China hitters and Escalera up there. Escalera's a big boy.
He does stand tall from that right side, squarely in the middle of the rubber. The delivery to Gunja is a strike on the inside part. 0-1 the count to Duoji Gunja. Starting shortstop for China. Also on the mound yesterday, struggled a little bit against the chill as he awaits this 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on that changeup, 0-2. Pitched 1 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. That allowed the Chill to get back in the game. As the 0-2 misses upstairs, ball 1. 1-2 with 1 away in the bottom of the first. Grizzly 0, DC China 0. Time called by Gunja at the plate, so we'll reset. 1-2 the count remains. Infield playing straight up. Larange in center field, shaded towards right. As the 1-2 delivered, line to second. Nice long hop for Wargo. Backs up and makes the throw on to first for out number 2. Tate Wargo had to backtrack to make that play, and he did it well. So Escalera, so far, matching Lin Si-chung on China's side with 2 quick outs.
Yeah, really good play over there by Wargo. Did exactly what he should. You know, backed up on it, planted that back foot, and made a nice throw.
First pitch to Zhao Luan is a swing and a miss, 0-1.
A lot of players will want to keep going towards center field when they make that play and trying to throw it off their back foot, but nice job there by Wargo.
Not wasting any time, Escalera The next pitch sent out to center field, and Larange makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So these teams seem to be in a hurry at the plate as both pitchers fill up the strike zone. We're through 1 in Palm Springs. DC China 0, Grizzly 0.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Time for the top of the second inning here in Palm Springs. Carlos Pinheiro will lead it off for the Grizzly, followed by Clayton Larange and Gavin Stupinski. And this is an Alberta offense that has exploded early on. They lead the CWL in nearly every offensive category you can think of, including average at 274, runs with 23, and hits with 26. They also have 9 doubles and 2 triples to lead those respective categories. No home runs yet, but safe to say this middle of the order especially has produced for the Grizzly. So let's see what Pinheiro has to offer here as he leads off against Lin Sit-chung. Chung looks into his catcher Liu Wenjie, now ready to fire. A first pitch ground ball. Duoji Gunja has it, fires onto first, and there's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, these Grizzly hitters really like to attack the first pitch, and they're really aggressive at the plate. I don't know if that's why they're leading in all the categories, but they really like to attack.
So 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the second of this scoreless game between the Grizzly and China. In steps Clayton Larange from the left side. Sit-chung continues to stand on the third base side of the rubber, now ready for his delivery. Dots a off-speed delivery, low and away, beautifully placed there for Lin Sit-chung. Not much the left-handed hitter could do with that one. Waving his bat in front of him, wearing those high black socks. Infield and outfield playing straight up. 0-1 on the way to Larange. Thought that missed outside, but it's going to be a called second strike. Larange, not a big fan of that one. And our TrackMan zone does show it was a bit out. But nonetheless, 0-2 to Larange with 1 away in the top of the second. Lin Sit-chung not liking the pitches called right now by Liu Wenjie. Now he's agreeing. After a couple of shakeoffs, sets at the belt, kicks and fires. Breaking ball gets him down swinging. Masterful breaking ball there. 74 miles an hour for out number 2.
Yeah, really good change of speeds there, and just shaking off pitches. A lot of times pitchers will do that, and the catcher will give him the shake-off sign just to get in the hitter's head. That could have been the case there.
Now 2 away in the top of the second. In steps Gavin Stupinski, trying to disrupt the rhythm any way possible. Sit-chung takes his time on the mound, and you have to imagine that disrupts the hitters as Stupinski waves at it and misses. 0-1. They have to stand in there quite a while already in their batting stance. Continues to shake off his catcher. He knows what he wants early on, and it's working. 0-1 misses in the dirt. 1-1 the count now to Stupinski.
Stupinski having a good winter so far. There's 7 ABs. And he's got 3 hits with that, so batting .429.
Not bad. As we mentioned, this Grizzly lineup, 1 through 9 producing thus far, but it's a challenge against this DC China pitching staff. The 1-1 on the way, and that's sent towering to right field, and I think you can look at that one go. Goodbye, home run. Gavin Stupinski gets all of that one and puts the Grizzly up 1 with a solo homer.
Boy, that was hung right over the middle of the plate, and Stupinski didn't think twice about it. What a piece.
So the Grizzly led in nearly every offensive category coming into today. We just talked about it. The one thing they were missing, a home run. Well, not anymore, thanks to Gavin Stupinski. 1-0, the Grizzly lead in the top of the second inning as Kevin Consolacio now steps into the box.
Boy, was that a no-doubter, Brian. Surprised the right fielder even went back.
Let's see how Linsich Young responds to that adversity with 2 away in the top of the second. His first pitch to Consolacio. Lower part of the strike zone, 4 strike 1. Stupinski, one of many on this Grizzly roster with Division I experience, and he's even got some pro experience, drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks a few years ago. As the 0-1 to Consolacio catches the corner, 0-2. Good job by Tse-Chiang to bounce back and fill up the strike zone thus far. Consolacio, the Santa Fe, New Mexico native, looking to improve at the plate, 0 for 5 thus far. Takes a close one, and it's too close for comfort at that. Strike 3 called, and that will do it. But not before Gavin Stupinski puts the Grizzly up with a towering home run to right field. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. Grizzly 1, DC China 0.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
We're back for the bottom of the second inning. Grizzly jumping out on top with a solo homer courtesy of Gavin Stupinski. So now MLB DC China looks to respond. He Xuan, Jingpeng Wei, and Liao Wenjie up to bat for China. It'll start with He Xuan. He attacks the first pitch and rolls it foul. Strike 1. He Xuan, the 17-year-old. 1 for 7 on this early CWL campaign. 2 runs scored and a double to go along with 2 runs batted in. This will be a tapper to short. Heckman comes in to get it. High throw, but Consolacio reaches up to haul it in. Out number 1.
Escalera doing a really good job of painting the zone and hitting his spots early here. That one perfectly placed on the outside edge, barely caught the plate. And that's exactly where you want to throw a ground ball pitch.
He'll have to be careful here with Jingpeng Wei, who takes one for strike 1. 0-1 with 1 away in the bottom of the second. Grizzly up 1-0. Jingpeng Wei 6 for 12 thus far with a double, 2 runs batted in. Best producer thus far, but he pops this one straight up there. Stupinski puts his glove out there and brings it in for the second out. So weak contact has been the story off of Escalera, who is making this spot start for the Grizzly. He's an assistant coach at the local College of the Desert, community college just up the road. He coaches with Casey Dill, who is well known around these parts. He manages the Palm Springs Power. We saw Zach Novus the other day, another College of the Desert assistant, pitch for the Bombers. And now Escalera filling in nicely for Alberta. His first pitch is rocketed to left, sending Calm back, but it's going to drift foul. Had the distance, but it tailed at the end. While soft contact has been the story so far this game, for Liao Wenjie at the plate, hard contact all around, including a grand slam yesterday, Danny. That got the scoring going, a 5-0 lead for DC China in the first.
Yeah, Wenjie, not a big guy, but he's got some power in that lower half.
Second delivery to him. This is outside, 1-1 the count. He's played catcher in the last 3 games, including one for the Power. DC China with a large roster, loaning them out to different teams as needed. But they want him here. As soon as he left the game yesterday, things changed. He has a steady presence behind the dish as he awaits this 1-1. Chopper, again, foul. Ray Chang has it down the third baseline. 1-2 the count with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Grizzly 1, DC China 0. Shortstop Heckman shaded well over towards the bag. They have seen Liao Wenjie hit, apparently, because he has hit one right there. The 1-2 upstairs, 2-2. He's had a tendency to pull the ball. This 2-2, not going to pull that one. Wave and a miss for strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Nick Escalera, and the Grizzly hang on to a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the third.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Continue to be on the move here in Palm Springs. Top of the third, Grizzly 1, DC China 0. Tate Wargo, Wenhung Wu, and Remy Heckman due up for the Grizzly as Linsa Chiang remains on the mound. Just one hit, but that hit was a big one. A solo home run from Gavin Stupinski in the second. That's responsible for the 1 on the scoreboard. And now Tate Wargo in the batter's box to get it going in the third. 5'8", 160 from Benald, Illinois. Has to wait a while for Tzichiang to get going and looks at a strike. 0-1. Really is amazing how long these hitters have to wait in the box for Lin Tzichiang to get going. He takes a long look every pitch into his catcher. Then once he sets, he stays on that rubber. Now into his windup, delivers, little outside, 1-1. Wargo 2 for 6 with a double, 3 runs scored, and a couple of stolen bases early on this season. Told me before the game he likes when he knows he's playing, lets him get in a groove. And in that starting lineup today, has a 1-1 count on the way to him. Breaking ball, catches the corner 1-2.
Wargo's good on the defensive side, too. He's got some range over there at second.
Chiang has the pitch he wants. Ahead in the count, 1-2 on Wargo to lead off the third. Slow breaking ball gets back inside. Wargo nearly got out of the way to try to avoid it hitting him. Instead, it wraps back around to the plate and is out number 1.
Oh, just a perfect pitch there. Catches about a half a ball on the edge, inside edge.
Wen Hung Wu now the batter from Chinese Taipei. Designated hitter in today's ball game. Holds his bat straight up above his head and looks at that one in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 with 1 away in the top of the third inning. Grizzly 1, DC China 0. Pitching has been on point except for that one pitch to Stupinski sent way over that right field fence. Wu trying to get something going at the bottom of the order. The 1-0 to him. Lightly tapped towards second. Sung Swan Han charges. Makes the throw on to first and records the second out of the inning. Really not a lot of hard contact other than that home run, but that's all you need right now if you're the Grizzly with Escalera holding it down on the mound. And we're back to the top of the order. Remy Heckman popped up to second base his first time up. Awaits the delivery and swings over the top of it, 0-1.
Boy, that's a great pitch there. A little late break on that one. It even caught the bottom of the zone there.
Heckman's had a bunch of friends and family in the stands the first few days. As he chops this one to the China dugout, Ray Chang couldn't quite get the hold of it initially, but he's got it now. Former minor league baseball player for 12 seasons over there, the manager for DC China. And his pitcher, Lin Si-cheong, has an 0-2 count with 2 away in the top of the third. Grizzly trying to add to their 1-0 lead as Heckman wiggles the bat over his head and lays off of that one in the dirt. Nice take from him to make it 1-2.
Yeah, great 0-2 pitch there from Cheong. It seems like this MLB China team has been off-speed heavy a lot of the time. They've been throwing a lot of off-speed more than, the pitchers normally would.
Si-cheong with the 1-2, goes back to the breaking ball, and it's going to be a tough play for Shin, charging, firing, and not in time. Boy, what a play from the hot corner. And it nearly made it the third out of the inning, but Heckman runs fast enough to put a runner on first with 2 away, and Adam Green now the batter.
A really nice play over there by Shin. Not much he could really do. He was playing so far back, and the ball kind of deadened in this infield grass. A nice hustle by Heckman.
So Adam Green back at the plate. He grounded to second his first time up. Middle infield playing in with 2 away. Zhang Ping Wei holding on the runner at first as that first delivery is outside 1-0. Heckman has some speed over there. And with 2 away, middle of the order coming up, maybe he risks it. His manager, Jared Lemieux, standing in the third base box, giving him the signs. As Lin Si-cheong readies his 1-0, slide step, and a back pick. Good throw by Liao Wen-jae, but Heckman gets back in there safely. We have seen a willingness from these Chinese players to throw it all over the field, no matter what position you're playing. They are well coordinated and on target. Heckman off of first, ahead of this 1-1. Green waiting patiently. Now looks at that one, curve in there for strike 2, 1-2.
Boy, is Cheong really hitting the zone now. He's hitting his spots. He's attacking that outside half of the zone. That one was on the inside edge. Mixing it up.
Look at the catcher, Liao Wenjie, standing way up there, and he gets it where he wants it. Soft popper into the outfield. 3 men converging, and it's going to fall in between all of them. Heckman coming in to score on that wide throw by Wongpeng Chung. But that Bermuda Triangle out there in left center field causes problems and puts the Grizzly up 2-0.
Well, Brian, that's a line drive in the scorebook, so we love those.
Green will certainly take it and credit Heckman for hustling all the way in from first to score on that pop fly. He Jingxuan, Duoji Gunja, and Wongpeng Chung all came in to get it, but none of them actually came up with the ball. So there's 2 away in the top of the third. Grizzly now up 2, and Garrett Kalm batting with a runner at first. Back to the windup goes Ziqiang, and it delivers a strike, 0-1. He had used a slide step with Heckman at first, but now abandoning that for the moment.
A really great hustle by Heckman there. 2 outs, big pop-up. You know, normally that ball's caught.
That one in there for strike 2, 0-2 to Kalm.
But, you know, if you hustle on those, you never know, and that allowed that second run to score for the Grizzly.
Kalm grounded to short his last time up, looking to turn it around at the plate. Still searching for the first hit of the season. The 0-2 to him, right there for strike 3. So Lin Ziqiang recovers after giving up another run. It's 2-0 Grizzly after the RBI single from Adam Green. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Grizzly 2, DC China 0.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
It's a 2-0 ball game in the bottom of the third inning. Grizzly 2, DC China 0. Grizzly collecting a pair of runs, one in the second, one in the third. And Nick Escalera remains on the mound. We expected him to only go 2 innings today. He started because he actually has to get to his coaching duties at College of the Desert. But instead, he is rocking and rolling and back out there. His first pitch to Ha Shin, fouled the other way.
See if Escalera can keep hitting his spots and keep hitting the edges of the zone.
There is an edge of the zone, 0-2.
Well, the velocity isn't that much, but when you can hit the spots that Escalera is hitting, you can do pretty well.
Goes with the breaking ball, tap towards third. In comes Green, and it's not in time. That's going to be a tough play from the start, and Green couldn't get enough on that throw. Canzalacio did his best at first to stretch, but a leadoff single for Ha Shin.
I feel like we've seen that too much, especially at third base on those slow rollers or slow choppers. These third basemen are playing really, really deep. And, he was in there by a couple steps there.
First pitch swinging is one on way, sends it to deep left field over the head of Garrett Kalm. Hushin read it well. He's rounding third and heading for home. The relay throw from Heckman is in time. Out at the plate is Hushin as a beautiful relay throw from Heckman. Kalm got to it quickly after it went over his head, and out number one despite the double from one on way.
Yeah, what a relay coming from the outfield there. Just absolutely fundamental.
Amazing job by Heckman to be in the right spot for the relay, and then the cannon into Stupinski. First pitch now to Tsung Swan Han, 0-1. Wargo holding on, one on way from second. As we can see, these outfielders have an arm. Roll towards short, going to his right is Heckman, and look at that arm, folks. Continues to show it off in this inning in time to get the runner at first, and now 2 away in the bottom of the third. Remy Heckman, the Bellevue, Washington native, putting on a show at the shortstop position. The top of the order back up for DC China. Wang Peng Chung has a runner at second with 2 away. Grizzly up 2-0. China trying to cut into it. That one misses just upstairs, 1-0. The contact a lot better off of Escalera in this frame, but still no runs on that scoreboard. Wargo sneaking in behind the runner at second. Now back to his position. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. 1-1 now. What could have started out as a huge inning. Runners at second and third, nobody out, or a run across turns into 2 away and that runner at second. And this delivery will hit Wang Peng Chung. So that changes things now for Escalera, as Peng Chung heads to first, and Duoji Gunja up with 2 runners on, and this is not what the Grizzly want to see, as Gunja has had one of the better starts at the plate for any Chinese hitter. 3 for 8, 4 runs across, and 2 runs batted in. So he struggled on the mound, but at the plate he's done damage.
He's another one of those MLB China players who's got a lot of power and hits a lot of line drives.
Takes the first one close, but misses. 1-0 to Duoji Gunja. Runners at first and second, 2 away in the bottom of the third. Grizzly up 2-0.
Gunjan's had some bad luck previously, too. He's hit line drives right at people.
Squibs this one foul to make it 1-1. Inning began with a Hushin infield single, 1 on way, followed with a double, but Shin was thrown out trying to score by Heckman. Then a grounder to short and a hit by pitch, as this 1-on-1 is lined into right field for a base hit. Wargo couldn't get to it. Here comes Unway trying to score, and he will slide in safely. RBI single for Duoji Gunja, and China cuts the lead to 2-1.
Another line drive from Gunja, and that one just snuck by the second baseman. He's really got good plate discipline and knows how to hit his pitches and not the pitchers.
It's a very crisp swing from the left side. And we'll see another left-handed hitter, Zhao Luan, up with runners at the corners, 2 away in the bottom of the third. Grizzly now up 2-1. First pitch, line drive into right. Another run will score. Gunja heading to third as Luan turns first. And it's a tie ball game here in the third. China's bats waking up. The first pitch swings in the first 2 innings were not resulting in hard contact, but they sure are now. Back-to-back RBI singles by Duoji Gunja and Zhao Luan now make it tied for He Jingxuan. DC China still threatening with runners at the corners and 2 away. Action getting going in the Grizzly bullpen. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Stupinski. 1-0 the count. Escalera takes his time before the 1-0, and that's lashed towards third, and it's a fair ball. Having some trouble with it in left is Calm, as both runners able to advance. Into second goes He Jingxuan, and an attack here by DC China puts them up 3-2 in the third.
Well, here they come, Brian. It might have taken them an inning, but they got Escalera's pitches down, and Escalera started off painting the edges, but now he's in a jam and kind of making some mistakes, and DC China taking advantage of it.
They sure are. Still threatening as well. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away in the bottom of the third. Stupinski having a conversation with his pitcher. If you've missed it, Escalera making the spot start for the Grizzly today, an assistant coach at the local College of the Desert. He started off with 2 clean frames, but now 3 runs across in the third as China leads it 3-2. First pitch to Jingpeng Wei, popped out of play.
A lot of first pitch swings from DC China as well. 3 of their hits this inning are on the first pitch.
They've been ready for these deliveries in the third. The 0-1 now, right down the middle for strike 2. Jingpeng Wei, the 23-year-old, came into today 6 for 12 and has a chance to add to it, but he'll look at that one on the corner for strike 3. So Escalera gets out of it and strands 2 in scoring position, but MLB DC China, 3 runs on 5 hits, and they could have had more if not for some great defensive plays to cut one off at home. We head to the top of the 4th inning. DC China 3, Grizzly 2. Whole new ball game now in the top of the fourth inning. DC China leading 3-2 over the Grizzly. 3 runs coming in the bottom of the third on a hit parade from China. Now the heart of the Grizzly order will try to get back into it. Pinheiro, Larange, and Stupinski due up for Alberta. Lin Siqiang still on the mound for DC China, now pitching with a lead. His first pitch, a fastball, misses just low, 1-0. Lin Siqiang, a bit of bad luck on the mound last inning. Gave up a run on a pop fly that just fell in that Bermuda Triangle in between 3 defenders, so it wasn't hard contact at all. Readies his 1-0, misses upstairs, 2-0 now.
You know, I think a big difference between the other teams and MLB China does a really great job of timely hitting. And when their runners are in scoring position, and also when they go down 1 or 2 runs, come right back.
Oh, that one gets away from Lin Siqiang, hits Pinheiro right on the back. And the Grizzly will take it, a leadoff runner on to start the top of the fourth. Clayton Larange now will step in. Leadoff runner on via the hit by pitch. And not what you want to do with Larange and Stupinski looming on deck. Remember back in the second inning, Stupinski homered to right. Larange went down swinging. Check on the runner Pinheiro at first. Nothing doing. Larange, a .325 career hitter at Stephen F. Austin University down in Nacogdoches, Texas. Great Division I program, and Larange was among the best his last 3 seasons there. He'll have to call time. As I'm telling you, Lin Siqiang takes a long time there as he gets on the rubber. Stares into his catcher. Brings the glove down to his belt. Stares in and now into the windup. Lined the other way, and it'll bloop foul. As Pinheiro rounds second, and Larange has a single. So the Grizzly, middle of the order, making their heyday. First and second, nobody out for Stupinski.
Well, just the guy the Grizzlies want up at the plate right now, Brian. Stupinski had a no-doubter his last at-bat. It came off the bat at 98 and went about 387 over the right field wall.
And that's why we're about to have a visit to the mound. Manager Ray Chang brings out his catcher Liao Wenjie and talking to Lin Siqiang. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Grizzly, and they are threatening here in the top of the fourth inning. Stupinski drafted back in 2016 by the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he spent the last couple of years in the minor league system, including as recently as 2022. Played 20 games for the AA Northwest Arkansas Naturals in the Kansas City Royals organization. So you know he's got a lot of talent behind the dish and some pop in that bat. A very dangerous man at the plate. Has runners at first and second. Nobody out in the top of the fourth inning. China up 3-2, but the Grizzly threatening. Step off the mound for Siqiang as Dwoji Gunja tried to sneak in behind the runner at second. Everyone resets and we're ready to go. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. Big first strike for Siqiang. He got the opening day start against the Bombers and the opening day win. Both these squads coming into today 2-2. Stupinski standing like a statue in the left side of the plate. Waiting patiently for the 0-1, and he swings over the top of it. 0-2.
The same pitch right there and same result. Beautiful. I'm not sure what pitch that is, but it drops. And you can tell it might be a changeup. Maybe a cutter.
A lot of movement on these pitches. Siqiang ahead in the count, 0-2. Stupinski with those runners at first and second. Lays off of one outside, 1-2 on a nice take by Stupinski. Pinheiro reaching as he was hit by a pitch, then the single by Larange. A 3-2 China lead in the top of the fourth. 1-2 on the way. Stupinski spits at it in the dirt, 2-2.
Great at bat for Stupinski after going down 0-2.
Infield playing double play depth. Hudging Schwan in left field is playing way off the line, so with 2 strikes, if Stupinski can sneak one the other way, those runners might be going for a while. And another step off as Pinheiro distracting him off of second. Stupinski takes a step out of the batter's box, now back in there. Tense moment in this game. 3-2 China lead, but the Grizzly threatening. 2-2 to Stupinski. Lash to center field, sending Wang Pengcheng way back. Leaps, and he makes the catch. Runners tag and advance to second and third respectively. But what a catch in center by Wang Pengcheng for a massive first out.
Yeah, beautiful job tracking that baseball. I mean, it's so deep out there in center, you can run forever. And it's hard to know which way to turn to make the grab, but he did a great job out there.
One away now in the top of the fourth. Runners at second and third, and Kevin Consolasio, the batter for the Grizzly. What a time this would be for his first hit of the season. Righty tacks the first pitch and lashes it foul the other way. That was a good hack. Consolasio has seen action on the mound and at the plate. 2 starts for the Grizzly, including a win against the Bombers on Saturday. But here, trying to do his damage at the plate. Pinheiro at third, Larange at second. 0-1 count with 1 away in the top of the fourth. Pitch from Sichiang. Check swing. China wants it. And he went around. A late call. Billy Yeager asked the field umpire Jeremy Gaskin, and it makes it 0-2. Even just putting it into play could tie it up if you're Consolasio. Infield playing back. Now the corners creep in just a bit. Middle infield playing back. The 0-2. Strike 3 called. Consolasio knew it. Big time pitch by Lin Si-cheong, and he's 1 out away from escaping with this lead.
It looked like a little face change there. Consolasio probably expected that to break like a curveball, but it kind of just floated up there, and he froze him.
So now it'll be up to Tate Wargo. Runners at second and third with 2 away. Grizzly batting in the top of the fourth. They trailed 3-2, but a base hit could put them up. Wenjie setting up outside at the catcher position, and it's a towering pop fly. Another tough play. Gunja underneath it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. First 2 runners reach, but the Grizzly can't bring him around. Lin Si-cheong with a masterful performance on the mound to keep his team up as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers all about.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Bottom of the fourth inning in Palm Springs, California. MLB DC China 3, Alberta Grizzly 2. And the Grizzly have a new pitcher on the mound, Wyatt Roland, now in there. His first task, Liao Wenjie. First pitch to Wenjie in the dirt, ball one. Roland, the San Francisco, California native, 5'11", 200 pounds. And already a part of history at the CWL for this 2024 season. Takes a long look into his catcher, Stupinski. Goes into his windup and misses outside for ball two. 4 perfect innings with 4 strikeouts as he started against the Blue Sox on Friday, the beginning of a no-hitter thrown by the Alberta Grizzly. Forces a light tapper foul, 2-1 to the catcher. Roland, one of 3 pitchers, Garrett Kalm and Kenny Williams, to combine for a no-hitter on Friday against the Washington Blue Sox. So for a team that has relied heavily on offense, they did have that stellar pitching performance. Roland's 2-1, just a bit outside, 3-1. Stupinski tried to frame it, but Liao Wenjie not biting. 3-1 the count to lead off the bottom of the fourth. China up 3-2. (3-1) to Wenjie. Big swing, but it results in just a tapper in front of the plate foul. He does not get cheated on these swings, the young catcher.
Look at how far over Remy Heckman's playing over at short. We've seen other teams do that too. Is it because they're pulling the ball more? I don't know. But look at how close together the third and shortstop are.
Toss the bat, but he'll head back to the dugout. Will Wenjie, is that strike 3 called? Roland begins with a strikeout. But you're absolutely right, Danny. The infield playing Wenjie to pull because that's where he's hit the ball so far. So the scouting report is out there. But unable to put it into play, and now Hush Shin will bat for Team China. Long, winding windup. Fly ball into shallow center. Calling everyone off is Calm, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Calm moving over to second base and switching positions with Tate Wargo, as Wargo now in left field. Two away in the bottom of the fourth, and it'll be up to 1 on Wei. Nearly hits him, but able to dodge it. Ball 1. Unway hit that double back in the third inning that appeared to score a run, but Hush Shin got nailed at the plate. And speaking of nailed, almost hit once again as one Unway having to get out of the way of these pitches. 2-0 with 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. China up 3-2. All 3 of those runs coming in that bottom of the third. Roland's pitch. Stupinski able to get it for him. 2-1. Pitch not exactly right down the middle, we shall say, but he got the call. 2-1 to 1 Unway. Heckman continues to play to pull at short, deep in the hole, as that one misses way high. 3-1. Another picture-perfect day in Palm Springs, California. First pitch temperature of 65 degrees, not a cloud in sight. As this 3-1 delivery from Roland to Unway, line to second, Calm lets it bounce, and that was the mistake. Could have tried to catch it in the air. Instead, the tough hop makes it into right field. An E4 keeps it going for China, and up comes Sung Tuan Han.
Yeah, that's a really tough play sometimes. Normally you want to come up and charge as hard as you can and try to get that short hop, but in that case, you want to kind of sit back because you got time over there at second base.
Roland checks on Unway over there at first, not going anywhere yet. 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. China trying to add to a 3-2 lead. Grizzly scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third. China responding with 3 in the third. Slide step home, grounder to third. Green goes down to get it, tries to get the short out at second, but sails it into right field. Took a lot of time to get over there, and Wan Unway was hustling down the line. So the infield defense letting the Grizzly down right now. 2 consecutive errors. Turns the lineup over for Wong-Pung Chung.
Yeah, Brian, 2 routine plays right there. And that one wasn't even close. He kind of shuffled 2 or 3 times before throwing it to second. Especially with 2 outs, you got to go to first base with that if you're a third baseman.
Tough break for the Grizzly, especially on the mound. Wyatt Roland thought he should be out of this inning. Instead, the leadoff hitter Wong-Pung Chung hitting with runners at first and second, 2 away in the 4th. Roland goes to second and nearly throws that one away. Everyone having to calm down here on the Grizzly defense.
Yeah, and on that previous play, Green threw away, you kind of just got to look up at least before you throw it, and he kind of had his head down.
First pitch to Wong-Pung Chung, sent the other way foul, 0-1. Outfielders creeping in to try to cut off a run at home. We've already seen one of those as Hushin thrown out. Perfect relay from Kalm to Heckman into Stupinski. Roland brings his glove high up towards his face and brings it to the belt. That's where he'll kick and fire. Soft looper the other way, and it drops for a base hit. In comes the throw from Pinheiro on the line, and again, he's out at the plate. These Grizzly outfielders are putting on a show. Carlos Pinheiro charging in from right, cutting off that base hit, and cutting down one on way at the plate. So, bad defense, good defense. A tale of 2 defenses for the Grizzly. That's the story as we head to the top of the 5th inning. DC China still up 3-2, but the Grizzly coming to bat. What a game we have on our hands here in Palm Springs, California. Top of the 5th inning, DC China 3, Alberta Grizzly 2, but we have had action everywhere you turn. Grizzly jumping out to a 2-0 lead. China responding with 3 in the 3rd, and we just had a man cut off at the plate on a strike from right field. So leading off now the top of the 5th, Wen-Hung Wu, 9-1-2 due up for the Grizzly. First pitch to Wu, fouled back into the net, 0-1. Lin Si-Cheong continues to be out there on the mound. However, there is double barrel action in the DC China bullpen. So we'll see how long the leash is. Ray Chang trusting his starter. 2 runs on 4 hits allowed by Lin Si-Cheong. His 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1.
Brian, at least with the Grizzlies, it seems like, they've had good pitching and the defense has been the problem, but they've been able to save some runs today, and it's kind of been the other way around.
Lin Si-Cheong from the rubber. Upstairs, 2-1. Some tough luck on the Chinese defensive side, as you mentioned, Danny. That single from Adam Green back in the 3rd. Just fell in front of 3 defenders. But the Grizzly had their fair share of issues in the last frame. As this 2-1 to Wu. Chopped right back up the middle, ranging over, but unable to get there in time is Duoji Gunja. So a leadoff single for Wenheng Wu, and the Grizzly bring the top of the order up with a runner at first.
Great job by Wu. Not trying to do too much there as the leadoff hitter of the inning. Anyway on, and he does it. Back to the top.
Back to the top of the order in Remy Heckman. And while there were 2 errors in the last frame, Remy Heckman doing his part defensively, gunning down a runner from deep left as the cutoff man on a relay. First pitch to Heckman, inside for a strike. 85 miles an hour still on the radar gun for Lin Se-cheung. The 17-year-old on the mound, just 5'8", 158. But he's got a lot on those pitches and loops a breaking ball. Grounded foul towards those Chinese pitchers warming up in the pen. 0-2 the count to Heckman. Got the opening day win against the Bombers, did Lin Se-cheung. Went 3 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits. A much cleaner performance thus far. His 0-2 on the way to Heckman, bounced in the dirt. Great block by Liao Wen-jae. He is a wall behind the plate. Wenheng Wu hanging out over there at first. Not a big lead whatsoever. Held on by Jingpeng Wei. So a lot of room on the right side of the infield. 1-2 to Heckman. It's going to go into the stands, foul.
I think that pitch that we were trying to figure out earlier, it drops down low in the zone. I think he throws a splitter. It comes in at about 80 miles an hour. Comes in like a fastball and just drops right there.
Still not a big lead from Wu over at first. The 1-2 count to Heckman. From the windup, a breaking ball, just able to stay alive there. Heckman bounces it foul. Lot of action on that breaking ball. Very calm day here in the Coachella Valley as Lin Se-cheung, not changing his ways, continues to shake off his catcher. Now finally has the pitch he wants. Takes his time, and the runner goes. Wu hit and run on, and it's right down the line to first. Steps on the bag, Jingpeng Wei for out number 1, but Wu does advance to second with 1 away. Excellent job by Heckman to give himself up, sacrifice it for the hit and run. And while he is out, the runner does move up, and Adam Green will look to redeem himself after the error at third. Had an RBI single his last time up in the 3rd inning. It was that blooper in between 3 Chinese defenders. Has Wenheng Wu at second with 1 away in the top of the 5th. China up 3-2. Nearly hits Green, backs away 1-0.
Exactly the guys you want to come up here for the Grizzly. 2, 3, 4. And then you got Larange and Supinski, who already has a homer.
1-0. We'll have to wait as Se-cheung steps off, checks on the runner Wu. Green spending time last year in the Palm Springs Collegiate League, another component of Power Baseball here at Palm Springs Stadium, all owned by Andrew Starkey. The Palm Springs Power, the PSCL, and this California Winter League. So Green knows his way around town. The 1-0 to him. Tapper, foul. Wearing some bright yellow cleats and taking his time after that foul ball. No pitch clock here at the California Winter League, and he is using every second possible. Now kicks back in the right-handed batter's box. Holds his bat Gary Sheffield style, wiggling it from the right side. Wen-Hung Woo off of second. And the breaking ball could not have been placed better. 1-2 to Green. Froze him there. Lucky he still has a strike to work with. 1-2 the count with one away in the top of the fifth. China 3, Grizzly 2. Wen-Hung Woo leading off of second there. Advanced on that 3 unassisted. And the 1-2 will keep him there as it's fouled straight back.
Good battle here by Green. I like to see him push something to the right side with the second baseman staying close to the runner on second.
And a bit of a delay here after the foul ball. Green laying his bat down on the ground. Home plate umpire Billy Yeager getting some balls from the Chinese dugout. Not exactly sure what's the reason for the delay. Jared Lemieux now talking to the home plate umpire, Grizzly manager.
Maybe he ran out of baseballs? I don't know.
Looks like maybe Green had his hand hurting a bit after that foul ball, but he appears to be okay after a couple of practice swings. At least that's what we can tell from up here in the press box. So he's ready to roll now. Has a 1-2 count on him with one away in the top of the fifth. Grizzly down 3-2, but a runner at second could tie it up. The 1-2 to Green, upstairs, ball 2. Continues to give a couple of practice swings. Not sure how his hand is feeling, but he'll try to tie it up or at least get on here in the fifth. Calm and Pinheiro due up after him. The 2-2 from Linsa Chiang on the outside corner for strike 3. Green shaking his head, does not agree whatsoever, but another strikeout for Linsa Chiang, make it 6.
Yeah, Brian, I don't know if that was even really close out there, but, 2 strikes you got to protect.
Got to protect, and our track man does show it hit the corner, so a good pitcher's pitch for Linsa Chiang. Has 2 away in the top of the fifth. Garrett Kalm, the batter for the Grizzly. Back to the windup goes to Chiang, and it's popped way up there. Should be out of play, and it is.
Just barely out of play over there, and that fence over there doesn't have one of those, what do you call that on the top of the fence? Behind here we got the red covering of the top of the fence, so it's not sharp, but down the lines we don't have that. So players got to be a little bit more careful when running towards the fence to try to catch a pop-up.
Garrett Kalm, the Kansas native, has an 0-1 count on him and a runner at second. Pitch on the way to him as Wu takes off for third. He's in there safely. Well-timed steal from Wen-Hung Woo puts the tying run 90 feet away.
Great job by Wu there, reading the pitcher. And, obviously the pitcher's only focused on the batter here with 2 outs. A great time to steal third with the third baseman playing so far back.
Kalm will ask for time. Big moment in this game. Top of the fifth inning. China up 3-2. But the Grizzly have a runner at third with 2 away and a 1-2 count to Garrett Kalm. Starting in left field, moved over to second in the middle of this game. Stands in there from the right side against the starter Linsa Chiang. The 0-2 count, and it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Kalm slams his bat in the dirt as that's 7 strikeouts for Linsa Chiang. Once again, the Grizzlies strand a runner in scoring position, and DC China stays on top by a score of 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Welcome back to the California Winter League, where MLB DC China leads the Alberta Grizzly by a score of 3-2 as we get ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. Duoji Gunja, Zhao Luan, and He Jingxuan due up for DC China, and this part of the order did some damage last time up. Gunja, who will lead it off, had an RBI single to get the scoring going for China. Those 3 runs back in the 3rd inning, enough to give them this 3-2 lead. Wyatt Roland from the windup, his first pitch up and away for ball 1. Gunja has been dangerous at the plate. We mentioned it coming into his last at-bat, and it came true. The 1-0 to him, inside for ball 2, 2-0.
Perfect opportunity here for DC China to add on to their lead here. Got 2-3-4.
Roland's 2-0, a bit outside, but gets the call. 2-1 as that one shows up way outside on our track man. But getting the call to start off this inning could go a long way. Instead of 3-0, it's 2-1. And a similar pitch is called a ball. 3-1 now. Gunja drawing a lot of attention so far at the CWL. Just 18 years old, a senior in high school. 3-1 to him, outside for ball 4. Tosses his bat to the dugout and starts the inning with a leadoff walk.
I don't know if you've heard this, Brian, but if you walk the leadoff hitter in an inning, there's an 87% chance that he scores.
87% chance.
I don't know if that's changed over the past 10 years, but
does tend to happen a lot. So Gunja leads off of first. The first pitch to the 3-hole hitters, a strike, Zhao Luan. He singled in a run his last time up as well. Tied it up at 2 at the time. Another left-handed hitter rests his bat on his shoulder, but he'll have to wait on that pickoff to first. Nothing doing. Oh, 1 slide step and a good pitch. Riding in on the left-handed hitter. 0-2 in favor of Roland. Roland still yet to allow a hit on the mound. 4 no-hit innings as part of that combined no-hitter for the Grizzly on Friday. And although he's had traffic on the bases, courtesy of 2 errors and a walk, still not a hit allowed. Can Zhao Luan change that on this 0-2? Looks at one in the dirt, makes it 1-2. Luan crouches down from the left side, has that bat on his back shoulder, and he's able to slap it the other way, foul. MLB Development Center China here at the CWL for the very first time. Part of a big effort by Major League Baseball to grow the game internationally, opening up a development center first in Wuxi, and since then one in Shangzhou, where these kids are from. The 1-2 on the corner for strike three, and Luan can't believe it. Took a step towards first and now heads back to the dugout, takes his helmet off in frustration. A beautiful pitch by Roland for out number one, and up comes He Jingxuan.
Again, all these zones from these umpires are going to be different each day, and some of them are going to be wider than others. With 2 strikes, got to be protected.
Schwan attacks the first pitch. Out to right, Pinheiro lines it up and brings it in for out number 2. So after the leadoff walk, a strikeout and a 1-pitch line out for Roland gets him rolling again. Jingpeng Wei now the hitter for China. Roland taking his time, keeping an eye on the runner, and now firing. Forces a foul ball into the net, 0-1. DC China holding on to a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. All 3 of those runs coming in the 3rd after the Grizzly had a 2-0 lead. Duoji Gun just started the inning with a walk. He's over at first, held on by Consolacio. The slight step and the line drive towards left center field, but a line on it has it in the glove of Calm, who is just trying to mess with us now. Calm started in left, made his way into second, and now is back in left field. So they are just testing us here in the press box. But nonetheless, it is out number 3, and we head to the top of the 6th inning. China 3, Grizzly 2.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Time for the top of the 6th inning in Palm Springs. DC China 3, Alberta Grizzly 2. And a new pitcher for MLB China. Zheng Ming Xuan replaces Lin Siqiang. And the first pitch to Carlos Pinheiro, low and in the dirt, 4-1. What a performance by Lin Siqiang, starting for China. As not wasting any time there on the second delivery. 2-0 to Pinheiro. Zheng Ming Xuan working quickly. Big, tall righty. 16 years old, 6'7", 206. You heard that right, 6'7", as he gets a breaking ball for a swing and a miss, 2-1.
Yeah, tough angle for these hitters with the big 6'7" pitcher up there. Heck of an adjustment.
A commanding presence from the right side. Goes right back to that slider. Pinheiro able to lay off of this one. 3-1 the count to the leadoff hitter. Pinheiro, Larange, and Stupinski due up for Alberta. They trail by a score of 3-2. A run in the second, a run in the third, nothing since as Lin Sicheong really buckled down. The 3-1 to Pinheiro, just outside for ball 4. Pinheiro looks back just to make sure, but he will mosey on over to first. And another leadoff walk. Danny, your 87% was off in the last inning. Will the averages come back here in the top of the 6th?
Well, when you think about how many different situations there are in a baseball game, it kind of makes sense. I mean, especially when the pitcher walks the first guy, you know, he's beating himself up about it. So that does something. And if he doesn't get a ground ball, what else can happen?
It does become a tougher inning, especially with Larange and Stupinski, the next two due-up hitters for Alberta. Leadoff walk by Pinheiro. He's off of first in a large lead. Jungmin Xuan, 6'7", could be tough to get home. And he'll check on the runner right away. When you're that tall, it can be hard to get to the plate quickly. So we'll see if Pinheiro tests it. Liao Wenjie behind the dish has been good as the catcher. Not going anywhere yet, and he'll check on him. But that's strike number 1. Liao Wenjie is ready to fire. Larange, a single and a strikeout. 1 for 2 on the day. Has a lot of room if he wants to pull it on the ground. 0-1 to him, a breaking ball that he fouls away. 0-2.
Yeah, so the last pitcher for MLB China, 5'8", and this one's 6'7". Really, really big adjustment.
A lot of talent coming out of this Development Center China team. Ming Xuan ahead in the count, 0-2. And he gets a third strike called on the corner. Larange in disbelief. But that's out number 1 and strikeout number 1 for Jungmin Xuan.
Yeah, really good placement. You know, flirting with that outside edge, trying to make him chase, but froze him there.
So now 1 away in the top of the 6th. Pinheiro continues to lead off of first. And Gavin Stupinski, who can change this game with 1 swing, will have to wait on the pickoff attempt at first. If I'm Jungmin Xuan, yes, I pay attention to Pinheiro, but I will pay a lot of attention to Stupinski at the plate. A solo homer back in the 2nd. First pitch to him as Pinheiro does take off, and he slides in safely to 2nd. No real chance for Wenjie to throw him out as Pinheiro had that one on the pitcher. So now a runner at 2nd with 1 away, and Stupinski ahead in the count 1-0. Great timing by Pinheiro after the leadoff walk. He'll be able to distract Ming Xuan on the mound now as well. And Stupinski from the left side, a dangerous bat. The 1-0 to him. He'll loft it to left field, sending Jing Xuan back. He's still going, and he doesn't get there. Pinheiro will score easily as Stupinski stands up into 2nd with an RBI double. We're all tied up at 3 in the top of the 6th.
Well, another great piece of hitting for Stupinski. It shows that he can hit the ball to all fields. A homer back in his first at-bat to right, and that one almost to the warning track on the gapper in left center.
That one just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and Jing Xuan could not get there in time. Just 1 away in the top of the 6th. The Grizzly tie it up at 3, and Kevin Consolacio at the plate. First pitch to Kevin on the outside corner for strike 1. Pair of strikeouts for Consolacio on the day, looking for a big hit. Could put his team up. Stupinski not a fast runner, so it'll take a lot to get him in. As that breaking ball tries to loop back into the plate, but it does not. 1-1 to Consolacio.
A really good pitch there. It was a ball, but it's almost exactly what he was trying to do there. Just needed an inch more of break.
1-1 from Ming Xuan, way outside. Stupinski didn't see it at first, but now he does, and he'll head on over to third. The wild pitch moves him 90 feet away, and that's the go-ahead run, folks. Now the infield will have to play in for Ray Chang and DC China. Outfielders also taking a couple of steps in. A 2-1 count to Kevin Consolacio with 1 out in the top of the 6th in this tied game. Back to the windup goes Ming Xuan. The 2-1 finds the corner, 2-2. Every fan in attendance now fully engaged. The 2-2 from Ming Xuan is fouled back. Consolacio putting some good swings on pitches this game. Those 2 strikeouts, not a fair reflection. If he can just time one up, he would put the Grizzly on top. Infield playing in. 2-2 count once again with 1 away in the top of the 6th. Grizzly and China tied at 3. The pitch from Ming Xuan, looping, breaking ball in the dirt. Ball 3. Tense moments here at the California Winter League. We've been so fortunate to have close games throughout. And yet another one between the 2-2 Grizzly and the 2-2 MLB DC China team. From the windup, the payoff pitch, line to second, and it's past the diving glove of Tsung Swan Han. Kevin Consolacio comes through with an RBI single, and the Grizzly are up 4-3.
And that's a great piece of hitting there by Consolacio. Takes that outside pitch right on the edge of the zone and pushes it through that right side, and gets it going for his team, and a lot gets it going for himself. Gains the confidence after going 0 for 2 with 2 Ks.
Pinch hitter for Alberta, Ben Gabor, the new hitter. First pitch to Gabor, a strike at the top of the plate, 0-1. Grizzly now up 4-3 in the top of the 6th inning. 2 runs have come across to score here. 0-1-2 Gabor, breaking ball, back up the middle. 6, 4, 3, double play, just what the doctor ordered if you're Jung Ming Xuan. So China gets out of it as the pinch hitter turns 2, but not before the Alberta Grizzly jump on top by a score of 4-3 thanks to a Kevin Consolacio RBI single. We've got a good one here in Palm Springs, so don't go anywhere as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, where we remind you that Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut, hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. Well, you know that Wyatt Roland on the mound has some great hair treatment, that long flowing hair out of the baseball cap. He remains on the mound, and now a chance to win this ball game with his Grizzly up 4-3. Bottom of the China order due up 7, 8, 9, and the first pitch to Jay is tapped to third. Green gobbles it up and fires to first for out number 1. Beautifully done by Roland. 1 pitch, 1 out. He Shin will now be the batter for China. 1 for 2 on the day, and he was the first Chinese runner to be thrown out at home, 1 of 2 on the day. And those are looming large now as China trails 4-3 in the 6th. 2 pitches, 2 ground balls, and 2 outs as Heckman makes the soft throw on to first. So Roland has the ground ball recipe working here in the 6th, 2 away just like that.
I wonder if the Grizzly do anything for a 3-pitch inning. I don't know, did you do anything when you were a kid and playing ball? We used to do, pitcher gets a 3-pitch inning, you get $100 and an ice cream cone. Or no, the ice cream cone was if one of our coaches hit us in batting practice.
Oh, well, I'm sure Roland would love an ice cream cone on this 80-degree day now in Palm Springs, a toasty one, as one Unway steps up. And no, we will not have a 3-pitch inning as that one's in there for strike 1.
Ah, I jinxed it.
You sure did. Juan Unway, the starter in right field, doubled and scored back in the 3rd inning, part of that 3-run effort. But China has not scored since. The 0-1 to Unway, strike 2, 0-2. And Roland just looks so confident out there. Still yet to allow a hit, and this is 7th inning of work across 2 games at the CWL. 0-2 the count with 2 away in the 6th to Juan Unway. Barely tapped foul. Boy, that was close to being strike 3, but Juan Unway able to hang in there. Out of San Francisco, California, experience in the Pecos League, Wyatt Roland making a great impression on scouts in attendance today. Goes from the windup, the 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Stupinski.
And Roland not necessarily working quickly, but he's in rhythm, you can tell. He's got that routine, wipes off the rubber, takes a breath, and comes right back on.
Has to wait for the umpire to give him the signal. Now he's ready to fire. The 1-2 skied way up there, but it'll trail foul. And there's that bang as it hits the bleachers. Thankfully, everyone okay. Great crowd on hand on this Tuesday morning game. 11:37, so fans still trickling in. We have a game at 12:30 p.m. Game 2 of our doubleheader. But first, this first game is highly entertaining. The 1-2 to Unway, the other way, right into the glove of Kevin Consolacio. He's the hero thus far, and he continues to do work for the Grizzly. After 6 innings of play, Alberta 4, DC China as we head to the final frame.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning in Palm Springs, California. Alberta Grizzly 4, DC China 3. You're going to want to keep up to date with everything California Winter League, so make sure to follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League. Or visit our website at CaliforniaWinterLeague.com. You will find everything that you want to know, including the fact that Wenheng Wu leads off this top of the 7th. Wu steps out of the way of that one and gets ahead 1-0 off the new Chinese pitcher, Zhao Luan, on the mound. Luan in the lineup as the designated hitter, and now he's out there on the bump. His windup on the 1-0, tapped right back to second base. Tsung Swan Han steps in and makes the throw on to first for the first out of the inning. Luan almost gave it an effort there off the mound, but he wisely let his second baseman take care of it. So a quick first out as Remy Heckman now the top of the order for the Grizzly.
Great start for Luan. All he wants to do is get back in the dugout as quick as he can and get his hitters in the box to try to tie or take the lead in this thing.
First pitch to Heckman, down low, but he gets the call. Luan ahead in the count, 0-1. A run in the second, a run in the third, and 2 in the sixth for the Grizzly, responsible for their 4-3 lead. Heckman waiting for the delivery, and he fouls it straight into the stands. Watch out. Hits another bleacher. 0-2 to Heckman. In that 6th inning, a magical pair of moments for the Grizzly. RBI double from Gavin Stupinski and an RBI single from Kevin Consolacio put Alberta up. China's offense has gone quiet since that 3rd inning, so can Zhao Luan hold it down here? The 0-2 count on the way to Heckman. And it's low and in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Heckman, the leadoff hitter, followed by Green. Although we might start to see some substitutions. We'll keep an eye on that as the 1-2 from Luan to Heckman is going to be bounced right back to the mound. Luan, an incredibly athletic play to get it there in time for out number 2. That ball didn't even make it into his glove before it was out of there. Excellent play by the pitcher. And now 2 away in the 7th.
Kind of a scary play there for Luan. Didn't really need to go off his back foot, but boy, you're right. He did look pretty athletic.
And we were right on point with the possible substitution as Carson Barker pinch hits for Adam Green, number 29, left-handed hitter. He doesn't waste any time, attacks the first pitch and swings and misses at it. 0-1 to Carson Barker. Ontario, Canada native, not Alberta, his home team. Alberta Grizzly. 0-1 to Barker. Sent the other way, foul, and it's going to be tough. Hushin has to get around the umpire, and that was enough to disrupt his rhythm. Ran into Pearson Tahuka there down the third base line, and so everyone will have to reset. 0-2 with 2 away in the top of the 7th inning. Grizzly hanging on to a 4-3 lead. An entertaining game from start to right now, and sure to be through the finish. Both teams looking to improve to 3-2. A pair of heartbreaking losses. China yesterday up 5-0 and saw that lead disappear. 6-5 against the Chill. Meanwhile, Grizzly were up 4-2 in the 7th, and the Canada A's walked them off. So who will bounce back? Barker lays off of that one outside. 1-2. Luan will take a step behind the rubber, grab the rosin bag, and dry his hands just a bit. It is pretty warm out there now with the sun in full effect, not a cloud in the sky, and reaching 80 degrees in Southern California. Quick delivery from Luan. Barker able to get a piece of it and stay alive. We do have some rain in the forecast over the next couple of days. Temperature's going to drop just a bit. Very strange to see that because normally in the Coachella Valley it is picture perfect like it is today.
Big out here for MLB China. They got their last hitter and then the top of the order coming up.
It's a ball up and in to Barker. 2-2 the count now to the left-handed pinch hitter. In for Adam Green, who ended the day going 1 for 2 with that RBI single in the third. Garrett calm waiting on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Grizzly up 4-3. Luan from the windup. Breaking ball paints the corner with strike 3. Well done by Luan, and China will come to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, looking to tie or win it and walk it off.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
So much good action here at the California Winter League as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Grizzly up 4-3. China with their last effort. You're going to want to visit Palm Springs Stadium this winter and take advantage of things like Margarita Monday, brought to you by Luxury Pools Design and Construction. That's discounted ballpark margaritas, and 2 for Tuesdays with 2 tickets for the price of 1. That's today. Then you can come to Locals Wednesdays for Coachella Valley residents and Out-of-Towner Thursdays for out-of-town U.S. residents, both with $5 admission. Come catch Winter League baseball and cash in on great deals. Visit CaliforniaWinterLeague.com for more information and the stadium box office for tickets. China will start it off with a pinch hitter, number 44, Wang Mingxi. He saw some action yesterday behind the dish, and he will try to get something going for DC China. Pinch hitting for Tsung Swan Han, who was playing second base. And Wyatt Roland still on the mound, looking calm, cool, and collected. His delivery inside for strike 1. Roland entered the game in the 4th inning after Escalera went 3 innings, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits, and since then, Roland has calmed the waves. Looking steady from the right-handed windup, the grounder to third. Backing up to get it is Barker. Long throw across the diamond and picked by Consolacio for out number 1. The ball will find you, and Carson Barker, newly in the game at third, gets that first out.
Really good fundamentals on that backhand play. Those are some of the hardest plays in baseball for a third baseman. Going away from you and then trying to plant that back foot and fire one across the diamond.
Wang Peng Chung, the center fielder, up to bat now, top of the China order. He dodges that pitch. Instead, though, it's strike 1. He thought it was going to hit him, and he cannot believe the call from Billy Yeager. So not a good start for Wang Peng Chung. 1 for 2 on the day, also hit by a pitch. Allowed him to come around to score back in the third. The 0-1 to him, way outside, 1-1. Those 3 runs back in the 3rd inning. Consecutive singles followed by a double, but since then, nothing for DC China. Close one again goes against Peng Chung, and he cannot believe it. Trackman shows it was just off the plate, but Roland right now getting the benefit of the doubt. Now into his 8th inning of work at the CWL, still no hits allowed. The 1-2 on the way, skied the other way, but it'll flail foul. Desperate to get on for Duoji Gunja, Zhao Luan, and the rest of the heart of this Chinese order. They tend to do their scoring in one inning. That's been the story so far this year. As Roland's 1-2 on the way, tap towards third, and it'll go foul. In their previous 2 games, they've had all their runs come in one inning. 3 against Canada, and that was a 3-0 win. And then 5 against the Chill, all in the first inning yesterday. But after that, they go quiet. Can they wake up here? The 1-2 is lined to left. Larange putting his glove up and making the catch in the sun. Good wood, but not enough for Peng Chung. And MLB China down to their final out. And there's not many they'd rather have at the plate than number 29, Duoji Gunja. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI on the day. Also drew a walk. The last hope for DC China. First pitch, strike 1. Roland hasn't even broken a sweat out there. 2 errors when he first came in, put some traffic on. He walked 1, but no hits allowed yet by Roland. The 0-1 to Gunja, and he'll get that corner once again. 0-2. With 2 away in the bottom of the 7th inning, Grizzly up 4-3, China down to their final strike. Standing way on the first base side of that rubber, the windup from Roland. Thought he had it, stares in at the umpire, but he'll have to do it again. 1-2 the count. Very close take by Gunja.
Great 2-strike pitch anyway on base here for Team China.
The 1-2 on the way to Gunja. A swing, a looper, and it'll drop. Base hit for Duoji Gunja to keep China alive. He can do it all, and he gets just enough of it to keep it going. A single for Duoji Gunja, and up comes Zhao Luan. Luan, the designated hitter, came in to pitch in the previous inning, but he remains there at the designated hitter spot. An RBI single, 1 for 3 for Luan. Runner at first, 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. China down 1. First pitch to Luan, popped foul, but out of play. Everyone on the edge of their seats here at Palm Springs Stadium. A great Tuesday morning crowd. As we approach the noon hour, Gunja leading off of first, held by Consolacio. Outfield playing no doubles defense, infield straight up. The 0-1 to Luan, low and in for ball 1. Roland keeping a close eye on Gunja, who is thinking about it over there at first. Luan from the left side. The 1-1 to him makes it 1-2. That one beautifully placed on the corner. 1-2 again for Zhao Luan. Gunja had the same count, but he kept it alive with a single. Can Luan do similar? 2 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. The final inning of this game. Only go to 7 here at the CWL. Gunja off of first. The 1-2 to Luan. Tap towards first. Consolacio secures it, steps on the bag, and wraps up an Alberta Grizzly victory. Very fitting that Kevin Consolacio makes the final out, as he also drove in the winning run for the Grizzly. That RBI single in the 6th was enough to defeat MLB DC China and improve the Grizzlies' record to 3-2. What a game we had here at Palm Springs Stadium. Grizzly got up 2-0. China responded with 3 runs. They were rolling through the game, but the Grizzlies scored 2 in the 6th thanks to Stupinski and Consolacio, and Roland yet again a great job on the mound. So much to look forward to and so much to talk about. Where do you even begin, Danny?
Yeah, it was a great ball game, and back and forth they went, and a lot of good fundamentals, a lot of good pitching, and a lot of, timely hitting again for the Grizzly. You love to see it out of the young Bucks, and we'll be back here again for another good one, hopefully.
And right now, if you look at the bottom right of your screen, if you're still on this stream, DC China going over to the Grizzly. I asked their translator, Crystal, yesterday, what is going on when we see this? And they are giving a gift to every team that they play for the first time. They are giving a keychain with a hair comb from their hometown of Zhengzhou, China. So a nice gift and show of respect, even after the loss by MLB DC China. We're so happy to have them here at the California Winter League. But right now, they're going to be headed home unhappy with the 4-3 loss. Once again, Alberta Grizzly 4, DC China 3. For Danny Maha, I'm Brian Janselson. Don't go anywhere. We have another game at 12:30, so you will want to be there for the British Columbia Bombers and the Palm Springs Power. Have a terrific rest of your Tuesday afternoon.